The letter A is the first letter of the English alphabet. The word apple begins with the letter A. Visual and auditory association reinforces letter recognition. The letter B is the second letter in the English alphabet and represents a specific sound. The word ball starts with the letter B, illustrating its use in common vocabulary. Associating letters with objects helps in early literacy and phonetic awareness. The letter C is a fundamental element in the English alphabet. The word cat begins with the letter C, illustrating its phonetic use. Visual association aids in learning the letter C through the image of a cat. The letter D is visually presented as the focal point. The word dog appears with the letter D, highlighted to reinforce the association. A friendly dog is shown to provide a visual representation of the word. The letter E is visually presented as a prominent character. The word elephant appears with the letter E highlighted. An elephant is presented to associate the letter E with a concrete example. The letter F represents a fundamental element in the English alphabet. The word fish begins with the letter F, illustrating its phonetic application. Visual and auditory association reinforces letter recognition and phonetic understanding. The letter G is presented as a foundational element. The word got reinforces the phonetic sound associated with the letter G. Visual and auditory association enhances letter recognition and pronunciation. The letter H is a consonant in the English alphabet. The word hen begins with the letter he. Phonetically, H represents a voiceless glottal fricative. The letter I is presented as a fundamental element in language. The word ice cream exemplifies the letter I in a common vocabulary word. Audio pronunciation reinforces the visual association between the letter I and the word ice cream. The letter J is a consonant in the English alphabet. The word jam begins with the letter J. Phonetically, J is pronounced with a distinct sound. The letter K is a consonant in the English alphabet. The word kangaroo begins with the letter K. The letter K represents a specific phonetic sound. The letter L is a fundamental component of the English alphabet. The word lion exemplifies the use of the letter L in common vocabulary. Phonetic pronunciation reinforces the auditory association of L with words like lion. The letter M is visually presented as a foundational element. The word monkey is introduced to associate the letter M with a concrete noun. An animated monkey reinforces the association between the letter M and the word monkey. The letter N is the 30th letter in the English alphabet. The word nest begins with the letter N. The letter N represents a distinct sound in phonetics. The letter O is visually represented as a foundational element in language. The word orange exemplifies the letter O in a common vocabulary context. An orange fruit serves as a visual association for the letter O and the word orange. The letter P is presented as the focal point of this educational segment. A colorful parrot visually reinforces the phonetic sound associated with the letter P. The word parrot is displayed with the letter P highlighted, emphasizing its phonetic role. The letter Q represents a specific phonetic sound and alphabetical character. The word queen exemplifies the letter Q used in common vocabulary. Phonetic pronunciation reinforces letter recognition and word association. The letter R is visually introduced as a foundational element. The word rabbit is presented with the letter R highlighted to reinforce the association. An animated rabbit is shown to connect the letter R with a concrete example. The letter S is a fundamental element in the English alphabet. The word swan begins with the letter S. A swan is a large, typically white water bird with a long, flexible neck and webbed feet. The letter T is visually presented as a standalone character. The word train appears, showcasing the letter T in context. A train chugs along, reinforcing the association with the letter T. The letter U is a vowel in the English alphabet. The word umbrella begins with the letter A. Phonetically, U represents a specific sound, as in umbrella. The letter V is a consonant in the English alphabet. The word van begins with the letter V. Visual association helps in learning the phonetic sound of V. The letter W is visually presented as the focal point. The word whale is introduced to associate the letter W with a concrete example. A whale illustration reinforces the connection between the letter W and the word whale. The letter X is visually presented as the primary subject. The word fox is introduced to demonstrate the letter X in a common word. Audio pronunciation reinforces the visual association of X and fox. The letter Y is visually presented as a distinct alphabetical character. The word yacht exemplifies a word beginning with the letter Y. A luxurious yacht serves as a visual association for the letter Y. The letter Z is the 26th and final letter of the English alphabet. The word zebra is an example of a word that begins with the letter Z. Phonetically, the letter Z is pronounced with a voiced fricative sound.